This video will not take too long, like your average football recap, because this is a total annihilation of the Miami Hurricanes against a Ball State Cardinals team, which is a Mid-American conference team in the same division as the Miami Redhawks, which we saw last year. And believe it or not, Northern Illinois Huskies. Northern Illinois Huskies were that team that beat Notre Dame in South Bend, Indiana. So because of that, they are ranked number 25. But anyway, that's totally unrelated to what we're talking about. Miami Hurricanes waited and waited and waited and waited until finally the lightning clears up. A 2.5 hour lightning delay. We finally have ourselves a game at 5:55 p.m., which that would have roughly be the time we probably would have been in the third quarter by that point, but it is what it is. But for this game, this video will not take too long. The final score in this game is 62-0. 62-0. It is a 62-0 shutout win against Ball State Cardinals. Cam Ward having himself an amazing game. 300 yards he produced in the first half. And he has scored 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns in the first half. Not kidding you. So that's where we'll begin. Borregales will start us off with a field goal, a 30-yard field goal, with to make it a 3-0. The next possession for the Hurricanes, Xavier Restrepo with 21 yards from Cam Ward. That is a touchdown all the way. 10-0 from the Borregales PAT, and Borregales made every single kick. He made every single kick that he could. So, and with that, Abraham Murray would kick, and then he still produced some points. So any touchdown I said, the extra point is converted. Just so everyone's clear. The next scoring possession came in the second quarter, which was a Chris Johnson nice play with 37-yard reception from Cam Ward to make it 17-0. Followed by Elijah Arroyo, 21 yards from Cam Ward. So he is just under 300 at that point. However, after that touchdown, Catalin Simonza, who was Ball State's quarterback, he was picked off by a lineman, Elijah Alston. Alston picks off Simonza. And then 2 plays into that possession, which was an incomplete pass with the first, and the second pass was 21 yards with Restrepo to make it 31-0 Hurricanes. Incredible. And right then and there, that's his 4th touchdown pass of the half. 4th touchdown pass of the half. And he is with 300 yards. Not kidding you. You can look up the stat for yourself. It is incredible what Cam Ward is doing. Miami gets the ball back at the start of the second half, and then Mario Cristofo left Cam Ward in the game. They just left him out there. He let him do his thing. And he has another touchdown pass. That's his 5th touchdown pass, and he gave that pass to Jacoby George for 17 yards. By the way, Jacoby George should have had a touchdown earlier, but he was out of bounds. But that one makes up for it anyway to make it 38-0. And then Cam Ward would be finished for the rest of the game. They put in Emory Williams. But after the 38th point, after the 5th touchdown made by the Hurricanes, we had a situation basically what happened is after the touchdown, the announcers was like, "Screw it, we're just going to have ACC Network get to the regular programming." Now, albeit granted, there was a 2.5 hour rain delay, but I feel as though as if this was Georgia, this was Alabama, they would have kept this game. I swear to God, they would have kept this game even if it was a miserable blowout. But in this case, they completely switched it to Maryland and Virginia during the Hurricanes game, which started at the start of the third quarter. So I'm like, what the hell just happened? So I ended up not watching the Ball State Cardinals possession, which turned out to be a 3 and out. They couldn't get to the first down, which I totally missed it because they didn't show it. Nobody would show it. So I'm kind of scrambling what to do. So I went to go to Coach Coop's live stream, and they're all kind of scrambling because ESPN would not provide the ACC Network, and ESPN they would not have the game on their app. They would not let us watch. It was Gamecast, and Box Score. There was nothing. They wouldn't let us watch it. Now, eventually they would. However, problem for me specifically is I don't have a TV provider information, which sucked. That's why you should always have a TV provider, because you could be in a situation like I was to not have it. So eventually they would find a link to a YouTube live stream where they would show a Hurricanes game, and I was able to watch some part of this possession with Emory Williams being quarterback, and I did see a Borregales field goal, so that part I did not miss. So thankfully I didn't miss that part. And for the rest of the game, almost every single time Ball State has a football, they would punt. The only time they didn't punt is when they picked off, and that was with Elijah Alston. So that's what happened. So after the field goal, Ajay Allen ran for 56 yards. Himself ran for 90 yards in the entire possession. They started off at the Miami 10. Ajay Allen, 34 yards. Ajay Allen, 56 yards to the house, all 90 yards. Incredible. Then the next Miami possession, another touchdown. Emory Williams passed it to Elijah Lofton for 40 yards to make it 55-0. And in the next Miami possession, Jordan Lyle does mostly everything. He ran majority of the time in this possession. The only time that he didn't was Emory Williams' pass was to Ray Joseph at 16 yards. Everything else, Jordan Lyle did it all. That's the 9th touchdown, I believe, 8th or 9th. I don't know. I forgot. But who cares? They're leading huge, 62-0 at this point. 3 and out, and they ran the ball for the rest of the game. Clock hit 0. So when we look at the team stats, in total, 115 yards for Ball State. And Miami Hurricanes with a whopping 750 total yards in this game alone. 507 passing yards, 243 rushing yards. Now, albeit more penalties, but they were mostly disciplines and some stupid penalties. For example, the roughing the passer one was pretty stupid. And then there were some missed calls where I feel like they could have had a pass interference but didn't. But either way, I don't care about that no more. Yeah, it's been all Miami Hurricanes. And 6 total rushing yards for Ball State Cardinals. 6. They could not run the ball because the pass rush of the Miami's defense was extraordinarily good. Just to compare with the box score. The box score, 346 total yards for Cam Ward with 5 touchdown passes. That was already established. Emory Williams, even as a backup, last year was a true freshman, now a sophomore. 161 passing yards with the touchdown pass. He's saying, look, coach, I can still freaking do this. Meanwhile, Catalan Samosa only had 111 passing yards. He was picked off once. Lafleur only had 1. Kelly. Just to name a few. Now, everything else, all Miami's favor. The rushing yards been amazing. Miami's receiving was really good. Isaiah Horton. Now, albeit he did lose a fumble, but he was able to pick it back up. Elijah Alston with the interception, which was pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for this one. 62-0. My goodness. Their next game is next week against, well, oh, shut up, you. I don't know why they played. Number 10th ranked team. I wonder how they'll rank us for next week. We go up against South Florida Bulls. And, geographically speaking, they're not South Florida. They are not a South Florida school. They are a Tampa school. They play at Raymond James Stadium, which is the home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. While we play in the home stadium of the Miami Dolphins, South Florida Bulls play at Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium. We'll talk about that. In fact, I'm probably going to do a preview on this in a few days. But we'll talk about that when the time comes. But either way, guys, that's going to do it for this one. If you have enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for content, because Miami TV gets it back on what it does. Hit it right there with the fear team you deserve. Let's go, Canes, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Good night, everybody.